accept the fact that the city is headed for a disaster of biblical proportion. Biblical. What it needs is Old Testament in there. Real wrath of God type stuff. Fire, brimstone, rivers, seas, water, human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together, necessary.
Well, listen, I don't even really know where to begin. Well, it could be that everything has changed. Everything just seems to change within a week's time. Last week we were here, and it seemed that everything was going just fine. Old Uncle Joe and President Trump, we were going to get the rematch that we all wanted. Yeah, or that we didn't want. Probably is more apt. No, but then all of a sudden, here comes Sunday, and out of nowhere, old Uncle Joe says, "Hey, by the way, I'm gonna do what's right, and I'm gonna leave and eat some ice cream and the thing, and so here's a post on Twitter and with a letter that has a forged signature and." Good grief, can this sideshow get any more ridiculous? No, listen, I understand. Well, Sam, it's like, do we have to really start? Yes, we always have to start here. Why else? Where else would we start? And here I am, a news media puppet, trying to figure all this out. Nothing seems to be working correctly. When you say, well, what does that mean, Sam? Well, that means that it just all seems to go kaput. Anytime you think that something's going to happen, you know what happens? Something else. And then here we are, just spinning our way into the election season, and nobody knows what the heck is going on. Well, I do know one thing that's going on, and that it is the 27th day of July in the year 2024, broadcasting live from the beautiful campus here at the University of Richmond. You're listening to 90.1 FM from the most trusted puppet in media, reporting since Roswell. I'm Sam Newsman, and this is Saturday morning. Yes, a Saturday morning here, and it seems all kinds of stuff is going on. I want to shout out some people here in the chat. Kurt Kenobi, Fernandez, anyways, I see Fernandez. I have a hard time seeing here. DMTV. I see Lone Dragon, Big M. Also, Cato's Collection. A couple of other people here joining in the chat. Live interactive show. You might be thinking, well, Sam, how do I join in the conversation? Well, you can join us a couple of different ways. First, you can follow me all over social media at Sam Newsman. At Sam Newsman all over social media. And right now we are broadcasting on Facebook, YouTube, X, and Instagram. Facebook, YouTube, X, and Instagram. That's where the Sam cams are, and that's where I can see people chatting, people saying hello. And if you have anything, Skydro, of course. Shout out to Skydro. Shout out to Kurt Kenobi, Sergeant Schultz. Anyways, like I said, join in. Be part of the conversation. It is a superhero summer, and today we are talking about Batman. That's right, Batman being nothing more than a copycat of the Shadow. And I'm sure that Professor Deep Cut Dave will go into all of that. Everybody talks about Bob Kane being great, and they always talk about Batman being wonderful. I see all these Batman fans everywhere. Oh, I love Batman. Batman is so great. Batman is just a ripoff. And then I know that's someone might say, oh, well, that sounds like a hot take. No, it is. We're talking panel for panel ripoff. And so while you sit there and you talk about your Batman, I'm going to just sit there. I'm going to raise the bar and tell you that the Shadow is better because the Shadow was first. And people say, well, just because the Shadow was first doesn't make it better. Well, it does. And those are the facts. I can't help it, the fact that the many people out there like nothing more than just a copycat. And this is not a hot take. Batman is just a copycat version of the Shadow. Bob Kane had no talent whatsoever in terms of creativity. All he had was just copycat, panel for panel, Nonsense. And people say, oh, well, I can't believe this. This is just, oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, maybe somebody can prove me wrong. Oh, that's right. You can, because that is historical fact. Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men? The shadow knows. But I always did like the Batman villains, right? I mean, Batman villains. Well, of course, you know what that is. That's just a copycat, really, of Dick Tracy. Yeah, it's like, hey, we're gonna copy the Shadow panel for panel, and then we're just gonna come up with a bunch of villains, just like Dick Tracy. So, just once again, Batman copycat, 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 copycat. What is it? What is the problem with DC? Is there something wrong? It's like there's no creativity in DC. Oh, that's right. They then pluck artist, and the artist has to come in, make a whole new thing, and then the artist goes back. It was just always a mess. Always a mess. Shout out to Dead Man. Shout out to Sir Philosopher. A couple of people. Hypercube coming into the chat. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe people are just like, oh, Batman is just such an original idea. I love it. Not so much. So not so much. Crypto Alchemist joining us here as well. He says, please call in and vote for Sam Newsman. Don't call in. Just what you need to do is just text. You just need to text. Text 190 to 804-375-5011. We do have a ticker down there here on the Facebook, YouTube, and X streams. There's a little ticker. It shows the number. You have until tomorrow. So today and tomorrow are the last 2 days you can vote. Shout out to Rather. Rather just joined in. I see Rather. Shout out to Rather. No, so here's the deal. All you have to do is just text 190 to 804-375-5011. That's 804-375-5011. When you text 190 to that number, what is going to happen is that you are going to be voting for this show, because we're up for the best morning radio show by the Richmond Times-Dispatch. This is the third year in a row we've made the top 5. Last year we made the top 3. This year we want to get number 1. Only reason why that might be difficult, it might be a little difficult for us to do that, is because corporate media is spending thousands, and I mean thousands of dollars in advertising. He has to beat this little old puppet. Here we are, just this small little 8-mile signal here at the University of Richmond, and we have crept up the ladder for being one of the best radio shows here in Virginia. And like I said, it's a very small independent show, but we're knocking on the door of Media Mordor. We've been doing it now for a few years. And of course, now they're running scared by having to use thousands, and I mean thousands, of dollars of advertising to beat us. And that's okay, because here are the facts. There is no real competition. There is no real competition. People often think, well, it's like, well, Sam, are you competing against humans? I would say, well, how would I, as a puppet, compete against humans? And how would a human compete against me? Shout out to Bar Top Reviews. Shout out to Blue. A couple of 1984 is in here as well. RGZ Mac. So a couple of people joining in to the chats over here. The boys wanted to say hi, says Big M. Shout out to the boys. Shout out to the boys and girls, people everywhere who have woken up this morning, who are joining us. Make sure that you tell everybody that we're here. People might have been wondering, well, what happened to the magic of Saturday morning? Well, it's like I'm telling you right now, your government took it away from you. And what has to happen? Well, all you have to do is text 190 to the number 804-375-5011. And like I said, the power And the future power of Saturday morning is literally at your fingertips. So go ahead and do that. That would be great. But remember, Saturday morning is all about grabbing a sugary bowl of cereal, your favorite toy action figure, sitting in front of the TV for hours on end. And your government said no. It said no. But you texting 190 is fighting back. It is. Mud Scuffer. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Mud Scuffer. Oh, man. So here we are. Like I said, it is a superhero summer, and we're going to be talking about Batman. I'm sure that everybody has Batman memories. If you do have a Batman memory, go ahead and type it in the chat. Let me know. Do you have a favorite villain, a favorite Batman memory? Just go ahead and let me know. I'll read some of them here just a few moments. We're going to have Dave coming in just a bit too. I have a couple of superhero themes that we'll be playing. Batman themes. Batman themes. Yeah. A whole bunch of Batman themes we're going to be playing in here in just a moment. But let's see here. Anything? Nope. Well, Sam is moving forward to what can be, unburdened by that which has been. Yes, 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 yes. That be which has been burdened and unburdened by that which has been. The Joker. The Joker is what Deadman says. The first time I ever saw Batman was the 66 Adam West version. You know, that is the only version that matters. You know why? Because some days you just can't get rid of a bomb. Yeah, it's true. I mean, listen, if there's one thing that Batman did teach us, it's that. I mean, there can't be probably any more. What, shark repellent bat spray? No, yeah, I understand that. But Chandler Bing, Batman memory, what RGZ Max says. Who else? Let's see. Oh yeah, Dead Man is saying the same thing. I guess a lot of people, the first Batman that they ever saw was Adam West. The Penguin will haunt me. Which Penguin? Danny DeVito's Penguin, or Burgess Meredith's Penguin? The Batman animated show was good. There's been a couple of Batman animated shows, actually. Starting off with ones, well, you know, we'll have Dave talk about all that here in just a bit. Tell you what I need you to do. This segment here coming up with Professor Deep Cut Dave is radio only. So you know what to do. You need to download the Live 365 app. That's right, the Live 365 app. Search WDCE, and you'll be able to listen to these radio only segments, including this segment coming up with Professor Deep Cut Dave. Now, another thing is that you'll be able to listen to the cartoon themes and the themes that we play. We can't play those on the air, you know, licensing and all that jazz. So, but you'll be able to hear those on the radio. So, a couple of things. I almost burn down the Blockbuster needing the brand new Batman VHS from 1989. Yeah, I mean that. I have that VHS right over here behind me. You know, that VHS was that was a big deal when that VHS released, and you know, nothing screamed Batman more than the Diet Coke commercial at the beginning of the VHS tape. You remember that? Listen. Oh yes, Cato said there's a new Bruce Timm Batman series coming on Amazon Prime. So that is going to be cool. Worst Batman ever was Christian Bale. That says Sergeant Schultz. And the best Batman ever? Batfleck. Batfleck? Is that? Yeah. Batfleck. Yeah. Ben Affleck. So we call him Batfleck. Yeah. You say that a couple of times, you know, you might end up saying the wrong thing. So here we go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get out of here. So I'm going to play some cartoon themes. Come back with Professor Deep Cut Dave on the other side of the break. Remember, make sure you're listening to us. Download the Live 365 app. Search WDCE. You can listen to the radio only segments, or you can go to WDCE.org, where you can continue listening to the only award-winning radio show dedicated to the magic and nostalgia of Saturday morning, hosted by me, a real media puppet. Broadcasting live from the beautiful campus here at the University of Richmond. You're listening to 90.1 FM. From the most trusted puppet in media, reporting since Roswell, I'm Sam Newsman, and this is Saturday Morning.